Esmer is going to be in a bigger role than ever this upcoming season. With approximately half the episodes of season 3, you'll see this guy.
Seems like a mistake. Seems like I messed up. Half is enough. You know, any more and you're just wearing out your welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jeez.
We're excited. Who else is excited? We're excited, right? Now, season 3 is a soft reboot of the show. As you guys just saw in our sizzle reel, we have new tattoos discovered, which is pretty exciting. Jaimie, can you tell us about the new bioluminescent tattoos that Jane has and how she may have gotten them?
Well, it's all Rich.com's fault. Just kidding, kind of.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, these tattoos, they're just incredible. And you have to think, like, when did this happen to her? You will find out all of that info in the first episode back. But they're bioluminescent tattoos, and they're activated by a disc being placed by the burn on my neck. And yeah, it's like I'm a glowworm. I'm a glowworm. Pretty amazing.
And Martin, how are these tattoos even more intricate than the last?
Well, what's really cool about them is what they realize really quickly is that the new tattoos are their own thing, so they have their own puzzles and their own mysteries, but they reference the tattoos beneath them. So where these new tattoos are placed, reference sometimes the tattoos that are right underneath. So it becomes like this 3D game of chess for Patterson and Rich and the rest of the team to slowly try to figure out. So it's great because it allows us to revisit some cases while doing some new ones as well.
And as you guys saw in the sizzle reel, now there are new dynamics within this awesome group. Everyone's kind of dispersed in different places. Martin, after 2 years, a team that was once very close is now a little bit more dispersed. What can we expect from that?
Yeah, well, for us, what I think when we started thinking about season 3 at the beginning of season 2, it became really clear that what's great about this cast and what's great about the characters on the show is that by the end of season 2, they kind of know everything about each other. Everyone's come clean about their dark secrets. Everyone knows what Jane's past was, what Weller's past was, what everyone's past was. And this is a show that kind of runs on secrets, so doing that 2-year time jump and dispersing the team a bit allows them to have lived kind of away from each other, so that when we all get back together, the dynamic is slightly different. The characters you know and love are all the same, but they also have massive reveals. And so, Roman, I think it's not a secret, Roman is behind these new tattoos. Luke is behind these new tattoos, and he's really upset that, Jane chose these guys over him. And so part of the tattoos, used to be we would find out a little bit about Jane through the tattoos. Now, this year, you find out about everybody through these tattoos. These tattoos expose everyone's secrets, so it's really exciting.
Speaking of Roman holding responsibility, I feel like Roman, in the season 2 finale, you could tell that, when Jane wanted to kill Roman, he felt like, you know what, do it, because you felt like you weren't happy with your character. But now, you seem the exact opposite, and you seem to be worse than ever.
Yep. Yeah, look, Roman was in a bad place at the end of season 2. He's taking some time out.
Roman needs to see a therapist.
Well, he has seen his sister naked twice, so that's weird. I mean, how else do you think the tattoos got there? That'll mess you up.
I'm not gonna be able to not think about that. Just moving right along from that.
Do you feel like there's any good deep down in Roman?
Yes, somewhere, just under a very large pile of poop. Look, Roman spent the 2-year gap kind of collecting secrets, and orchestrating some sort of master plan, which I can't really tell you too much about. But he's bringing everyone back together. He's bringing the gang back together. Everyone's been separated, so he's really a good guy when you look at it. That's my spin anyway. Martin?
I think what's so great about the character and especially what Luke brings to it, because Luke is like such an impossibly likable person, that the character is doing these terrible, evil things, and when you watch it, you're like, look, I mean, he's had a tough childhood, guys. He had a rough go of it. So like everything that he's doing, it feels justified in his mind. You know, like he's a sociopath, so he can go to extreme lengths. But I mean, like the motivations behind what he's doing are very human and relatable, I think.
Well,
He's getting his power back, is what he's doing. Season 2, he's a pawn and he's being used, and season 3, he's the mastermind. So it's kind of interesting to see him with some power. It's a very different Roman this season.
it is a very different.
I would like to see Roman just like ordering a bunch of pizzas to the FBI office and then not paying for them. Like, you could have started small, you know, right? Like that too. Prank calls, you know. That would have been fun. I'll watch that show. I want to see that show. Martin?
Yeah, we're working on it. It's going to be a web exclusive.
Yeah. Prequel.
And the prequel is kind of bridge between the 2 seasons of just Roman's pranks.
And is there as funny in real life as your characters?
Really, that's a question for the other people on the panel. Really, I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
No.
And that's from the show's creator, so I think that's pretty much the scoop you want to listen to, yeah.
How
I think
does
he's hilarious. I'll be honest with you. One of
He's
the big
funnier in
reasons-
person.
Yeah, he's funnier in person. I think one of the big reasons we wanted to bring Ennis back, not only is it a great character, but like he truly is beloved by the cast. I mean, like it's always great having him around. He brings such a positive energy on set. You know, yeah.
I like to squeeze him.
I'm like a therapy puppy, really.
Yep.
Go ahead, give it a try. We haven't worked together. Anybody, I'm available for a squeeze later. Come on. If you're having a bad day, come on by. Orso area only, please.
This is what it's like working with Ennis Esworth.
Yeah.
This is what it's like. So you just gotta try not to laugh the entire time.
Rob, Reade has gotten a big promotion at the FBI. Very exciting. Does that change the way he interacts with the team?
Well, he can't do a bunch of cocaine anymore. But yeah, it's a slippery slope. Well, it's difficult to navigate because he's still friends, but now he's in a position of authority. So it's trying to find a way to lead, but also respect people as your close friends and basically family. So sometimes when you're put in a position of power, it can go to your head. I don't think that's Reade's style. I think Reade likes to empower his team and let them operate. And also, yeah, he's not doing a bunch of cocaine.
We're happy about that. Alright? We want him to be good.
Winner. But like when I see fans in the street, they're like, "You're not still doing cocaine, are you?" I don't know. October 27th.
Sullivan, Jaimie, and Luke, you guys filmed in Venice for season 3 premiere. How was that?
I had just turned 40, basically a few weeks
Was
before.
that 14? You have such a strong accent. I can't. 14?
No, mate, it was fucking 40. Anyway, so I just turned 40 years old. I just want to sound like in real life, but I turned 40, and they said, we've been picked up, and we're going again, and you're starting in Venice. So it was a really nice answer when I said, where? Los Angeles? Oh, Venice, Italy. And it was, to start the year like that.
The show and give it a scope like we've never seen. So it starts in Venice. Luke was in Australia for a little bit, and then Barcelona, and then some other things we can't announce yet. So it's going to be, it's pretty exciting.
Trying to go to Brazil, Chief.
Yeah, let's make that happen.
That as well, please.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we'll take requests.
What is your favorite thing about shooting in New York, though?
But to me, I'm just thankful to have a job. That's probably the first thing. That's the first answer. And the second, to be based in New York. I mean, for a boy from Australia, so there's that one down there, Lukey. To have the opportunity to work in such a fantastic city, such a great cast, crew, people. I feel lucky. So that's probably the best thing about it.
It's one of the greatest cities in the world, and it's, yeah. It was always my dream as a little kid. My mom bought me this, like, you know those water globes, if you turn them upside down, it like glitters or snows or something. I had one, and it was New York City, and it played New York, New York. And it was really, I always dreamed of just coming here. I didn't even, I never could fathom that I'd actually be able to live here and earn a living, and it's just been, yeah, it's been a dream come true. Thanks. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Well, we're happy you guys have jobs too. Because we like watching you. Patterson.
That's me.
Your character, Ashley, never fails us, always saves the day. Love to watch you. But we want you to be happy. Right? And not saying that everyone needs somebody, but describe the ideal person that Patterson should be with, in your opinion.
Oh my word. You know, in some world, I think, oddly enough, I feel like someone like Rich.com would probably be good for her. I feel like she definitely at this point in her life needs some humor, and you know, she's clearly been through the ringer.
And she's funny herself.
Say again?
You're funny yourself.
Oh, well, thanks. But yeah, I think I don't know who the ideal guy is for her. I mean, I do think in these two years, she's taken some time and I think.
Yeah, no, I think, you know,
I don't think I
when you
have.
have like your first boyfriend be horribly murdered and then your second boyfriend turned out to be like a traitor, just like press pause. You're gonna do you for a second and just.
You know what, I'm gonna do me. That's what I'm gonna do. And that sounded weird.
I thought that sounded good.
I mean, off to a great start. That's not what I meant. It's just very bright up here. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Patterson does not have a love interest.
I have a fear of public speaking. I'm sorry.
The first part of the season, but she, I think what's really fun is the dynamic that you can watch her relationship with Rich grow, certainly. And I think, you know, her and Patterson, or her and Zapata, I think now are stronger than ever and really look to each other as, you know, they're best friends on the show, especially now that Reade is kind of more in a position of power. They really are kind of attached at the hip this season, which is great. I'm a big Rapata fan myself. Or, sorry,
Tasha?
Rapata, yeah, exactly.
I like that.
I love that.
It would be cool if she could find somebody, you know, if she wants to be with somebody, you know, that would know what the F her first name is.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
I know
what her name is. I want it to be like Susanna or like Tiffany.
Does anyone know?
I don't know.
I know my first name.
What?
You do?
What? What?
Is it
Well,
Cosmo?
I mean, I would as a character, so I've made one up. I don't know if it's the one that they've chosen. Do you guys want to know what I've chosen?
Yes!
Cherry. That is actually,
Cherry Pet.
that's actually courtesy of Marianne Jean-Baptiste. She used to call me Cherry, so she's like, that's Patterson's first name.
Why'd she call you Cherry?
I think she just thought it was funny. And I was like, yeah, it works.
She made up some names for a few things on set, which really counts. She was really
you
funny.
shouldn't, so.
No, I wish.
Next question.
Okay. Audrey, there are a few times where I screamed out, "Finally!" when watching this show. One of those times was when Reade and Zapata kissed, made out. Is there anything promising to come out of that in the future?
That was so complicated today.
Right? Don't you guys want that? Yeah? No? You don't want that? Wow.
Well, I feel your pain, your conflict. I think one of the things that I like most about this show is how how we are a family, and Reade is the peanut butter to her jelly, but she might be a terrible girlfriend.
Reade, what do you have to say about that?
Are you okay? I'm chilling.
What do you think, Rob?
I think Reade is really disciplined, and Zapata's not necessarily as
Are you calling me messy?
disciplined.
Are you calling me messy?
So it might be a bit of a conflict.
In what way? I would try.
But they're
She
really
could try.
good friends, you know what I'm saying? It's a, like, in theory, it's complicated.
Okay.
You know, that is a classic male response, I just will say.
Okay, right, but in my house, my dad gets mad because my mom leaves the shoes by the toilet every time she changes. Okay, it's fine. There's a point. But now my dad says, I would be so sad if the shoes weren't there. So I was just saying maybe you could get used to my mess.
Or just
Pick up my shoes.
be cool with peeing on your shoes. Like, why would you leave your shoes next to your toilet? But it's sweet though, yeah, I get it.
You can pee on my shoes, I'd be okay
I
with it.
want to pee on you. I want to pee on your shoes.
Love is peeing on your shoes.
I want to pee on your shoes.
This
girl.
took such a strange and wonderful
Yeah,
turn.
we did. We really learned a lot of new things.
Yeah, you guys are giving Martin ideas.
A lot of this is from the script, actually. She recorded it.
That's what they'll do. They ear hustle. So the peeing on the shoes bit will be in the show, season 2.
I feel like Rich would be into that.
Probably.
That's the character. I'm not, you know.
But not to be vague about it, we still don't know. So
Yeah, we still don't know. Yeah, because it's like, it'll be the best thing or the worst thing ever. Right?
It's definitely something that we're going to explore in season 3. We just can't say more than
We
that.
can't wait.
Right.
So is this a glimpse of what the chemistry of the cast is like when the cameras aren't rolling? Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think this is the PG version.
Yeah. But we
Almost
tend
like my
to
dog.
laugh a lot. Like and there's times in scenes when we're working, and if one starts, another starts, and then it's like, okay.
I think for us, they do. This is exact. I mean, they're all incredibly funny, and they all the buzz on set is a lot of fun. And the show is a very serious show. Sometimes it's incredibly intense and physical, and so to be able to have this release and like joke with each other, and then to be honest, that's kind of what we're folding into season 3 this year. Season 3, we're on Fridays at 8 now, and I think like the Rich.com episodes were always some of our favorite. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's like kind of a crazy time to be alive right now. It's real stressful to be just a human in the world. And so I think for us, when when we got the news that we're moving Fridays at 8, we were like, let's just be a fun, great escape show. It's going to have all the jeopardy and stakes, but we really want to just come and watch this, relax, escape, get yourself ready for the weekend with Blindspot.
I say it's actually been, as a fan of the show, like Martin and I have been friends for over a decade. It's been like 15 years maybe, we've known each other. And so, I mean, I was supporting the show from the beginning before I was even contemplating the idea of doing one episode, let alone being a part of this team. So there'll be times where I'm watching takes, like especially in PSYOC, when things are all intense, okay, you gotta go here, and I just sort of like, I forget, like I'm watching the show while I'm on the show, like, and I'll start laughing or grinning just because I'm like, this is so awesome to be a part of. So to get to see you guys up close and work with you, it's been incredible. So hopefully it keeps going.
Feelings mutual.
thank you, Anna.
Well, shucks.
I love how much love there is on this stage. Do we have any questions from you guys? You want to come up to that mic stand over there?
She's the one who said no, she doesn't want you guys to.
I really
You were Jaimie Zapata.
Cool shirt.
I really like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I have a sweatshirt over there for warm and dependent. Had to. Just from all the critters out there, thank you, Blindspot, for releasing Ashley to us on Thursday. Because if you weren't there, we would have.
I was telling Ashley, for those of you that don't know, Ashley is a part part of this, what would you call it, web series or?
It's like we stream Dungeons and Dragons on Twitch on a.
And it's amazing. It's called Critical Role. It's incredibly fantastic. It has a great loyal following. But I occasionally just get tweets of just like pure rage when Ashley can't attend because she's shooting, and I've never gotten more tweets. It's like Ashley is not there on Thursday, so I'm so thankful she was able to do it.
Me too.
Thank you, Clutch. Actually, I have a question from not me, my friend Katie, who lives in the UK, really wanted to be here, but couldn't can. Will Tasha and Patterson's backstories be visited in depth in the next season, and will we ever see a conclusion to the open-ended gambling addiction that Tasha had in season 1?
Tasha, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think this is a question for Martin. I think you helped me think that.
I think, Tasha and Reade both had a lot of demons and continue to struggle with them, but they've gotten them pretty under control. So Reade isn't doing cocaine anymore. I don't think Tasha is gambling anymore.
Yeah, but the other thing I will say about these specific characters is they were dealing with risk by risk. So they are still addicts in a lot of ways to adventure, to putting their lives on the line, to the adrenaline that comes with doing their job. So I think they've found healthier ways to deal with those demons, but I do think that the audience is definitely going to see them come out in other surprising ways.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Great.
Hello.
I'm a big fan of the show. This question's for Jaimie. It's a pretty general question. I gotta tell you, I love the artwork that they have for your tattoos. How long does it take to apply them every day? What's the process? I'm just curious.
Well, I tend to put them on a Monday. It's really like half an hour now because I'll be wearing so much gear and like tactical gear or whatever it is. And so it's like, 30 minutes to put 2 tats on my neck and then just my hand tattoos on. So it's down from 8.5 hours, so it's really good.
Very good, thank you.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm a big fan. I'm excited that you guys are all here. I was going to originally ask when is Patterson going to be happy, but you covered that question, so
We all want to know.
I really want to double down on please give her something, guys. I just saw she was going to be kidnapped again. That's easy. Thing. Anyway, my backup question is, what is going to be the ratio of like flashbacks to what happened over the past 2 years versus the present day?
The great thing is the first 2.5 minutes of the first episode really fill in an enormous amount of the timeline as far as like what emotionally has happened to them. And then there are select flashbacks throughout the year that give you kind of key moments. But one of the things that's really fun about the show is that the tattoos not only have like an exciting case of the week where we take down a bad guy, but they also kind of dangerously graze close to every single person on the stage and a secret they've been keeping from the team. And so it's a way to find out again what's been going on in those 2 years.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Also, Patterson can be happy without like having a boyfriend. I just want to
great.
say that.
Patterson can be happy without
Hey,
man.
Patterson's gonna be okay.
We just, there's a lot has happened.
Sure, absolutely. She's had a rough.
All right, over there.
Hi guys, I'm a huge fan of this show. I watched it ever since it aired. I want to say each of you are like really talented. I love how like the characters developed over the past few seasons. My question is for Jaimie. I love you so much ever since you were Lady Sif because you continue to portray a strong woman. If you could choose to have any of Jane's tattoos, which one would it be?
I really, and I don't know how I'm still saying this after this many months of wearing them, but I really like the bird on my neck. It's my favorite because I have to wear it at home every night. So if I go to the grocery store or anything, I got a bird on my neck. And I love it. Like I'm in the placement, the design, it's really cool. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name's Natalie, and if you can't tell, I'm also from the land down under, so Australia represent. My question is, I'm a huge fan of you guys, huge fan of the show. I really love the Jane-Kurt relationship, and I just want to know what's going to be happening in season 3, if you can tease a little bit.
Everything.
We start off, unfortunately, we got married at the end of the last
Did you
season.
say unfortunately?
Yeah, because, can I keep answering? Good. This is how it happens. Unfortunately, Will lost his wife in that break, in that sort of time jump. So it kind of starts off sort of that vulnerable side of, she left for, for reasons to keep us safe or whatever. She's got a bounty on her head, but then is she going to come back? That's kind of, so that's sort of where we start with. We certainly meant things.
They certainly have some stuff to work through at the beginning of the season because Jane, did leave and didn't tell him where she was going. All of that is explained again within the first 3 or 4 minutes of the show. But I think this is going to be the biggest Jeller year ever. I mean, they are married, and that's a relationship that they're fighting to keep and make sense. And so it's, again, part of the wanting to have a little more fun this year is to take away the, well, they won't they? And they just are. They're Jeller this year. And it's a challenge at some points, but they really are committed to each other.
When I get it back.
Thank you.
Hello, where are you from? I want to see you. Good.
I grew up on the Gold Coast, mate, so...
I'm sorry, Luke, but I'm also from Melbourne.
Yeah, but...
I also think you're from the UK, so...
Sorry. My name is Jeremy. Last year in May, I was in Piccadilly Circus, and I randomly ran into Sully on the street, and he introduced me to his wolf pack. He was there for the Gumball Rally, so I just want to say thanks for being so gracious. And I found you completely different to your character, and I just wanted a question for the actors, how are you similar and different to your character?
Great question.
That's kind of a tough question.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
But, one each of us, oh God, don't moon them, sit down. No full moons today.
No,
That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. I was like,
no.
pants on. Not today.
I was very curious as to what was going on.
Yeah, Weller keeps his clothes on generally. Sully.
Not so much. I think we all have a little bit of our characters, I guess. Otherwise we wouldn't be playing them. I don't know. There's
What do you think, just one thing, we'll go down the line,
Yeah.
one thing that each is different than the character?
I did mine already.
You're what?
I did mine already. Weller wears clothes.
Weller's wears clothes. Amy, how are you different from Jane?
how am I don't kill people.
There you go.
Daily. Just on the weekends.
Well, in answer to that, I think I'm a lot more funnier than Weller. I think he's quite serious. He's gone through a lot of trouble, and I don't go through that much.
Definitely.
I think Patterson's a little bit more type A than I am, and a little bit more organized than I am. I'm also pretty shy, and I feel like Patterson is sort of very extroverted, and that's not me.
I think that...
I feel like you're the most different from your character.
Okay.
In what
Yeah.
way?
All ways. I think I'm a little softer than she is, just with my approach to people, unless I'm really in a bad mood, I think.
Sorry, Martin, I understand the question now. I don't follow rules like Reade does. I'm more rebellious than Reade is.
There are no differences between them.
I feel like none of my tuxedos have parachutes in them. I think that's the clear difference between Rich and I. And also, I feel like in my regular life, I don't blurt out as many inappropriate things that could get me fired as Rich does, especially working for the FBI as he does now. So.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to speak to you.
Thanks, dude.
How you doing? My name's Chris from New Jersey. This question is for Luke. I was wondering, out of your entire experience with the Blindspot, what is your experience in the difference between this show and Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Come on, Lincoln, don't tap.
Good question. For one, I get a lot more information on this show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. being Marvel didn't tell me anything from episode to episode. I didn't know that I was going to be exploding in space in the end of season 3 in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. until the second last episode of the season. So that was fun to find out. Obviously I had superpowers in that show, so daily I would have to walk around and try and work out how I would authentically zap people if I actually had electrical superpowers, which is a very interesting experience.
How did you do?
I want a demonstration, exactly.
See this.
Come on, yes.
I was a big fan of that show, so but could you demonstrate that?
You have to.
Lukey, come on.
Come on,
I'll show you a
Come
mod.
on, demonstrate.
Come on, or I'll go lady sick on your ass. Get up.
Okay, I'll do it if you go lady sit and you
I
go
don't have my sword or
from
shield, I'm
300.
sorry.
What's his face? From what?
From 300.
What's his face?
Okay. Truce.
Easy.
Truce.
All right, next question.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Charmaine and I'm from New Jersey. Jaimie, I followed you to Blindspot from Thor, of course, and I just absolutely love the show. I guess my question is for Martin. I'm wondering, are we going to explore what's going on with Weller's child this season and how that impacts the relationship with?
Yeah, well, they have like a really great blended family. You're going to see the baby a couple times this year. Allie is kind of still in their life in a positive way. There's no kind of animosity or love triangle or anything. Allie's with her man, and Weller's with Jane. And Jane really feels like, a fourth or third parent to little baby Bethany, is what we call her, by the way, for Bethany Mayfair. And so yeah, no, that part of the show is actually really nice and not conflict averse at all. So it's you will get to see the baby, you will get to see how these guys are with her, and it leads into the beginning part of the plot, actually very importantly.
She's super cute and chunky.
Love her name.
Hi guys, 2 quick things. I know with the new tattoos, I think I read or heard that it is based on actual tattoo technology that's coming out, so I was wondering if you could just talk on what you are incorporating and expanding on for the show. And the other quick one on Jaimie, love you and Thor, as everyone's been saying. Just wondering if after episode 2 at 8/7 Central, I can be watching Blindspot and then go see you in Thor Ragnarok, possibly?
I can't tell you.
Tattoos, yeah.
The bioluminescent tattoos are something that works, and they're not as the TV version of it is they're a lot more detailed. Like ours are a lot more detailed than the actual bioluminescent tattoos, and they also hurt a lot more in real life because you do have to run a slight charge over your skin. So it's you get a little zap. It's a fun thing. People like tattoos, also like getting a zap every now and again. Like Luke is just if Luke is your friend, you can just like touch your skin and then you can just go all the glow. So yeah, no, it's I wouldn't recommend getting one, but they're pretty rad.
Well, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Hi, Ariel from Pennsylvania. Big fan of the show. Thank you.
Hi, Ariel. Thank you.
I don't know if I missed it, but how many episodes will we see Rich.com in this season 3, and what the fate of Roman would be coming up in
Right. Well, the first Rich is going to be in at least 10 episodes this year, possibly more. He's in the season premiere right away, and is there as a member of the team from that point on, basically. So almost every other episode, essentially. And then, Roman's fate is very tied into the whole show, but he is essentially our main bad guy this year. But what's so nice about it is, as opposed to it being Jane that did this to herself, or Shepard, who is, kind of was a figure that was off in the distance, these two, there's a lot of love there still in a weird way. I think Roman is actually very lonely, and so he reaches out to Jane, and they have these phone calls throughout the whole year that I think are really special. Their relationship was one of my favorite things about season 2 last year, and so it's just great to keep that alive.
Awesome. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Hi guys.
Great shirt, by the way.
Great, yeah, I was going to say great shirt.
First of all, phenomenal show. You guys are all just awesome. Brilliant idea, by the way. Nobody else has done this before. So
thank you.
This is really cool. And I wasn't going to say anything, but then Sullivan,
Here we are.
You were gonna flash us your ass, but all you gotta do is watch Strike Back, and you're gonna see his ass in every episode. Every episode, this guy gets around. Am I right?
Yeah, wait a second, is this
Good to know.
Cinemax? What's going on?
No.
I was gonna flash my eyes. I just wanted to say that question. I was like, I don't know how they were gonna answer. So I was just trying to the audience.
But I love that was all of our.
And they're in the mat.
Yeah.
Jane has some serious skills. You know, she's got serious skills. Do you? I mean, obviously you train for that, but I mean, it looks like it's really natural for you.
It is in a way. It's very natural for me, but I mean, my skill set isn't anywhere near what she can do. But I was a wrestler in high school, and I've studied various martial arts here and there. But my main focus.
If I come out there, would you show me some moves?
No, because you would be hurt.
I'm okay with that.
I do it Monday through Friday, and Sundays I gotta give it a break. But I mainly study Wing Chun at the moment.
Outstanding. Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
How is the stunt work, Sullivan? How do you feel about it?
I love it. It's sort of one of the best parts of the show for me. We have great writers that give us great things to explore the characters, but then also chasing these criminals through the city. We get to beat them up, and that to me is fun. I'm a grown man who's getting paid to play dress-ups and play fight.
Yeah, and one of the things too, and this goes for the whole cast, is I'm so sorry, we put everybody through the ringer physically. I mean, the show is a very physical show, and most people by this point, we've done 45 episodes. We'll have done 67 by the end of the season. Most actors would be like, I'm good. I'm good right now. I prefer if I don't get hit anymore, or I'm in a fight, or can we do something where I'm just in the office a lot?
Like in a coma.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's like, we had a stunt double there in Italy, in Venice, because I don't know if any of you had the privilege of going to Venice. It's such an amazing city, but it's all the canals that are there. You're like, oh, this is also the sewer. I see what's happening here. This is the sewer. And so we were like, Sullivan, we need you to jump off this bridge into the sewer, if that's okay, and then the boat's going to drag you through the sewer. We have a guy here. We have this phenomenal Italian stunt guy, and Sullivan's like, no. Put me into the boat, and we just, it was amazing. Both of these guys were all over the water in Venice, and it was they're just so game, and it allows an authenticity in the storytelling and in the show. It's really exciting.
Didn't you guys also see jellyfish?
There were also jellyfish in the water.
At one point I looked over and I was like, holy hell, there's like 5 million jellyfish, and then Sully. And then I was like,
and Sully was like, don't worry, mate, Australian.
Yeah. Exactly what I was just about to say.
I'm not sure they would go for that anyway.
It's coming. Don't worry about it.
Does that mean you have like a kinship with them, or what is or they don't like the taste of you? I don't even know what that explanation means.
Most jellyfish aren't actually poisonous, except for the two that are in Australia.
Oh.
The blue bottles and the irukandji. Irukandji you can't see, and they're about that big, dude. And in the water you won't see it, but it'll put you in hospital.
People do anything.
Yeah. So big jellyfish, I don't care. It was fun. It was fun.
Well, luckily nothing happened. Before we have to go, which I know we're sad, we don't want to leave, can we go down the line, starting with Ennis? What are you most excited for fans to see in season 3?
None of you can safely answer this question.
No. Without spoiling. Okay. So it seemed like every episode I've been in so far, I've done something that I don't think I could have ever imagined getting to do in this line of work. So literally every week, there's something insane that tops the thing that's the week before it. And I think that's the most political answer that I can give. It doesn't give anything away. But really, it's been such a blast the whole time, and I can't wait to see what's coming up next, because something else that's crazy that I didn't think was going to happen, couldn't happen on TV, happens like every week on the shows.
Wasn't too bad.
Take the mic off him.
Everything. This season's super exciting, and I can't really spoil too much, but the locations are phenomenal. The guest stars are phenomenal. The action sequences are phenomenal. Yeah, everything.
I think I'm excited for fans to see how we get reacclimated to each other after years apart.
I didn't think I would think this, but I'm excited for everybody to see Ennis.
That's a great non-comment if I've ever heard. It's really nice and back.
Welcome.
Like really backhanded. I like that.
There's a few things. I think, for starters, I'm excited for you all to see the app that Patterson has created, because that plays a part in the
No, that's
thing.
good. Yeah, absolutely fine.
And then there were two things that I got to do both times in scenes with Ennis, which never got to do before, and they were so fun. But that's a pointless answer, because you're like, okay, thanks for that, because that means nothing to me.
And what does it mean?
We're excited.
What did you get to do? To me, yeah, I mean, obviously, it's really the location, where we start, and where we're going to go. I didn't realise we were going to 5 continents, and hopefully I go there. But the stunts, probably there's some great fights. We started with some great fights. But one of them, I jump out of a plane, and it's an awesome skydiving sequence. So that might be a fun episode.
It's really good.
I think I'm most excited. I like, mainly because I get to be in these scenes where I get to witness this, but the chemistry and the humor between Patterson and Rich.com is one of my most favorite things, and I laugh so hard I cry, and then I screw up my makeup, and then I cause it. It's just a huge problem.
Making Jaimie laugh is the best.
It's so
She just has instant tears.
Yeah, it's horrible, and I can never keep a straight face with either of them. And now that they're in the same scene together, it's just so much fun to be a part of. So I'm very excited for you guys to see that.
Yeah, and for me, not to get like overly emotional about it, but like, I'm just so incredibly proud of all these people on stage. This job is extraordinarily hard, and it's the hours are very long, but they have, the show has grown. I really do believe the show has gotten better and better because of them, and because the dynamics between them and the chemistry between them just gets richer and richer. We're excited about all the stuff that we were able to pull off, like the Venice and the skydiving and all of the cool things. There's some really fun prosthetic things, and like all of that stuff is like neat for us. But I'm excited. I get to watch the shows first, and I get to watch them the most, several hundred times before they air. And for me, what keeps bringing me back is like how beautiful these people are to watch with each other. And I think what I'm most excited about these seasons is to see these relationships be challenged and deepened and really just sit in the love that exists on screen with these guys.
We can't wait for that either. And I know I speak for everyone in this room when I say we cannot wait for season 3 of Blindspot, Friday, 8/7 Central, NBC, October 27th. Thank you guys.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
New York Comic Con, make some noise for the Blindspot panel! This is the Warner Brothers Television Takeover. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask everybody to head back to their seats. We are resetting this room to get it started with the second part of this 3-part installment of our Warner Brothers Television Takeover panel this afternoon here in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Coming up next, we got some cast